There's the spot we die every time. I'm Tony, and every day this month I'm walking 3/4 of a mile and sharing that with you and talking a little bit about my son Sam, who passed away after a 4-year fight with neuroblastoma earlier this year in January. Man, it has been quite the journey over the last few days. 25. It's like 8 hours worth of videos, so that's a lot. Some of them have been better than others, obviously, but I think today's going to be really good. So today we're going to see if we can get. You guys met Annika's mom, Cheryl. Here we go. We got Jeff. What's up, buddy?
What's up, buddy? How are you?
I'm good, man. It's gorgeous out here, and this is the first time in Dallas that it's been like sunny, but still tolerable and not like.
Now, are you talking about the weather or that man walking down the street?
Well, I am sunny and hot. But no, you and I talked a couple weeks ago about doing a little dad rap and talking a little bit about what it's like being a dad facing this stuff.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what your experiences have been, but I know for me, as the one who had like the looser schedule and the ability to work from anywhere, I think it's safe to say I was the primary caretaker most of the time for Sam, and especially when we were at like live-in places like Ronald McDonald. Yeah. It's a lot of moms.
Yeah, you're outnumbered.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
And being a Southern gentleman, it's a lot of yes ma'am, no ma'am. Well, and then when we were in New York, you call somebody ma'am and they think you're calling them old.
It's true. Well, and the elevator situation at the Ronald McDonald House, if you're a true gentleman, you will never make the elevator because that thing gets stuffed so quickly.
Between the three women and their strollers and a wheelchair, you're not going in there.
No.
You'll catch.
Yeah, you get some good stairs. You get some good cardio at the Ronald McDonald House.
When I was thinking about this the other day. When you were like working with doctors and talking to doctors, or I mean, you still are. You guys are still in this. Do you find some of them like explaining things to you instead of Cheryl, or vice versa? Is like, do they have a lean in one direction?
They always discuss everything super technically to Cheryl, and then when they see the deer in headlights that I'm giving them, they'll look over at me and be like, okay, this is what we're going to do. Cheryl has earned her honorary, doctorate in pediatric oncology. Yeah. There's no doubt about that. She is amazing. She knows things better. We actually will educate residents now when they come in, because if you think about it, we've been fighting with Annika longer than most of these kids have gone through med school and are now on their rotation. So even when we get a fellow, we're kind of like, okay, welcome, but here's how you treat Annika.
Yeah. Why don't you round with me first, and then from then on I'll round.
That's right. Yeah.
No, it's funny. It's funny you say that because, I was accused several times when I would take Sam to some kind of appointment that wasn't with our ordinary group. Oh, are you in medicine? Or are you a doctor? No, I just have a lot of 5-syllable words for parts of the human body and things that can go wrong when you're fighting cancer for multiple years.
The vernacular that you pick up is like a second language. The way that Cheryl has those communications, same thing. How long have you been in healthcare, or what do you do? And then she'll be like, oh, I've just been taking care of Annika for 9 years now. And then they'll look at me and be like, oh, and what do you do? I keep the insurance in place, man.
There you go, right? Well, and that's, I'm sure you guys are faced with the same thing that we were, is that it would be amazing if we could both be there all the time, and we both wanted to be there
in
all
a
the time.
heartbeat. Yeah.
That's not the world that we live in,
I
unfortunately.
tell you, that the hardest thing, and I feel so much joy and so fulfilled when I'm able to be there on the weekends and let Cheryl come home and take a shower, and I can
Yeah,
just be there. You know, I get a laundry list of things. Cheryl makes sure that I do everything right, but when I can give her that break and I can actually spend that time with Annika, you know, that means the world to me. It's the best part of my life.
yeah. I know. I know how hard it was for Maud. Well, I say that. There's no way I can really know. But like I could see the pain on her face, or most of the time hear it through the
Yeah.
telephone, and how badly she wanted to be there.
Oh yeah.
The maternal instinct is certainly a real thing. Um, it just killed her to not be able to be there.
Every time. Yeah. Nothing changes. It never gets easier.
And I don't know about you, but I think most dads, they have a different relationship with the kid, and a lot of times we kind of come in as the comic
Oh,
relief a little
without a
bit
doubt.
to
Yeah.
like do something. Um, but I found that relationship. Um, like I certainly had that with Sam, right? As had to be there, the one who had to like hold him down when he was getting the shots and the pokes, but at the same time, like the one who was buoying his spirits with stupid fart jokes
The
and
dad jokes, yeah.
playing corpses. And yeah, you know,
The
Sam gets a lot of credit for all the jokes that he liked, but you know who told him those jokes first,
yeah,
right?
I
So,
actually I came prepared, Tony. I have some
oh, nice.
I've been watching you, you know, and we have so many similarities. I thought it'd be fun to run through them if you feel like this is a good time.
I would love that. I feel like we're on Fallon or something, and we got a prepared bit.
Well,
Because
you've been
the other day I called it an episode.
yeah.
I said the other day on a different episode, and Maud was walking with me, and she just goes, "Oh my god!"
Season
But
2
no,
of
I would
Tony
love to.
Takes a Walk. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it's basically the same thing that Fallon was doing, right? He was walking around with his wife in a selfie
Yeah.
stick.
Yeah, absolutely. You're just not getting paid as well.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I'm doing all right though. I'm doing all right.
Yeah, man, those numbers are looking good. Getting close to 13.
Man, we broke 12 the other day. I'm not sure. I haven't looked at it
You're
today.
you're you're on your way to
Have you?
13. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so
Woo.
let's at least get to 15, don't you think?
I was thinking about this and um, debating on how to do this. But I want to hear these similarities. But
Yeah.
real quick, and I'm going to mention this every day for the rest.
Oh.
And he was like just ready to be done. But we had one more thing, or we had one more block to go, or he had to wait another hour for food or whatever it was.
Yeah.
And I always had to push him to go just one more. Just one more. And so this is what I want to do. Everybody who has donated to this and everybody who's watching these videos, I want to ask you for just one more. I want to ask you to pop back into Alex's Lemonade Stand at the link on the video. Give one more dollar. Just one. That's it. That's it. Some of these videos have been seen upwards of 8,000 times. So I think we can move the needle there. And, I was hesitant to ask you guys to donate again because you've already done that. But $1's not going to hurt. It's going to help a lot.
I have an idea if you're up for it.
Okay. Let me hear it.
I think we use the dollar as a voting mechanism, right?
Oh, God. This is gonna end up with my head shaved or my face in a pie.
Well, I thought about that because Annika just lost her hair for, we've lost count at this stage.
Yep.
So there's potentially a hair shaving incident with me coming up. And the other option would be, you mentioned a video of Sam and Annika at the sugar factory where Annika had the cotton candy, and
Yeah.
I found that video.
Nice.
I was thinking that if we wanted to, we could figure out a way to say, would people want to vote if they vote and in the comment that they want to see that video, share that video, or would they like to see a video of me getting my head shaved? And so you use your dollar or more. Of course, we'll take more. But if you want to see me get my head shaved, put that in the comment. If you want to see the video of Annika getting the life sucked out of her by cotton candy disappearing, you vote that way.
Okay. I like this. So the gauntlet has been thrown down, guys. I'm asking, and Jeff's asking for $1 more. When you donate that $1, you can put it anonymous or however you want. In the comments, I want you to vote for head shaved or Annika and the cotton candy.
Yep.
And we will make the winner happen.
Yep, we'll post it on your Facebook, and then you can repost it on Sam's.
Yep, we will make sure the word gets out, and then also
I've worked really hard on
really
this hair.
well,
This is not easy, people. This is.
Yours is just getting grown back too, right?
Yeah.
As I tried to go in and get a haircut today, and they were like, "We don't have an appointment until 10:30. It's 9 o'clock." I was like, "I don't have time for that."
That's why those hats come in. All right, you ready for the similarities?
Lay this on me. Okay. Now we're gonna have to start doing like top 10 lists.
Number 1, look at that wristband. So this.
It is
almost completely identical, right? So this is my Annika's Army wristband. When she very first got diagnosed, it has stayed with me the whole time. And I'm like, is Tony? I asked Cheryl, does Tony have a Annika's Army wristband? Like what? We found out we chose the exact same color. Pretty cool.
Yep.
All right.
Hashtag Sam Strong. Hashtag Super Sam on ours.
That's right. There you go. Okay, pranks. You said Sam was fond of pranking, correct?
Correct.
All right. So Annika, I've got some specific examples of hospital-related pranks. She loved pranking the nurses, or still does, right? So she would get green dye in water, and she would put that in her urine sample cup.
Oh my God. I love it.
And then she would be so excited to hand that urine sample cup to the nurses and see their reaction.
Sam likes to collect the syringes, not the ones with the needles, but like the ones you take medicine with. He liked to collect those, and he'd fill them up with water from his ice water cup. And when a nurse got close enough, he'd squirt them.
So the other thing Annika would do is she would sneak Snicker bars into the hospital, and she would put those in, they call them hats here in Salt Lake, but that plastic lining.
Yep. In the specie hat.
Yep. So she loved putting Snickers bars in. So when the nurses went into the bathroom to check and see her progress, they would have a big lumpy Snickers bar there instead.
I think next time she's inpatient, let me know. I'm going to send her a box of Milk Duds.
Yeah, there's been a deer in here mysteriously.
Or perfectly round Whoppers.
Yep. Oh, I like that idea. Yeah. Maybe mix it up a little bit. So second similarity was dino knowledge. You said Sam had an amazing knowledge of dinosaurs. So Annika has 3 different books that are about this thick each, that are all different encyclopedias. And then she has her own dinosaurs that she gets, like the really nice plastic models, that almost, they have the name and everything. It's so she she loves educating all of the people around her about her favorite dinosaurs and the aspects of those dinosaurs.
That's awesome. I didn't know they shared that.
I didn't until you mentioned that. It's funny. She always loves asking people who they think the largest carnivore dinosaur is, and everyone always says T-Rex, and she quickly corrects them that it's the Spinosaurus.
That's right. Spino was bigger.
You heard it here first. All right. Well, maybe not first. All right, dad jokes. Are you ready for Annika's dad jokes?
Let's do it.
All right. Why did the rhino quit going to the gym?
I don't know.
Because he didn't get the point.
Oh, they're all funnier than
they're way with that. Yes, sir. All right. Why did the dog get sent to the principal's office?
I don't know.
He was playing too rough.
Has she found these, or she's making these up?
She challenges me by giving me an animal, and then I have to come up with the joke associated with the animal, and then she gets all the credit for the joke, 100%.
You are a rare talent, sir, a shining star among men.
Oh man, I love it. So the last thing that was one of those things that just hit me was our love of Bob Marley songs. And you said that you would sing Sam one of those songs, and I need sunglasses because I need to.
You gotta hide the tears.
It's hard because there are emotional connections that come up when I watch your videos, and you know, I texted you last night, man. That was an amazing thing you did last night. So I appreciate you sharing that with us.
Hey, you know, I knew I was gonna get there eventually, because it needed to get out to everybody. Yeah. You know, there's still I'm thinking of like 2 or 3 pieces right now that I will probably never utter to anyone else's ears ever, let alone this. Because you just know there are things about that experience that you might be able to make it through your entire life and never know. And if you can, you should.
100%. I mean, how many times do you hear people say, I don't understand how you guys do it. I don't, you know, and you just say, good. I am so grateful that you have no understanding of what we've been through. Yeah. There are no words. Words are not invented in this language to describe what goes through our heads, how we feel.
No.
And
no, absolutely.
And you know, with that too, I brought more props.
Okay.
You recognize these?
Yes. Oh yeah, I do.
All right.
Are that's the whole, you got them all strung together?
Yeah, so Annika, I mean, we literally got of doing this about 2 years ago. So we're 2 years behind. But as you can see, this is the size of my really large some days.
So tell, this is what it's like at my house. Let's see if I can, where are they?
There they are.
Like the entire neighborhood shows up. All right, so no. If you can tell everybody what the beads of courage are.
Right. So I'll hold them back up so you can see some of the strands. Every single bead on this represents something. So for instance, like you can maybe read that, but it says chemo. And this is not just a day of chemo. These are rounds of chemo. You know, every bead. Cheryl gave me some of the highlights. Like this is a little cat. This is a CAT scan, you know. So a 2.5 hour scan, they get one little bead. So some of these are getting accessed. Some of these are having second lines placed because their port is using the medicine and they need another line placed to solve for the pain. You know, every single thing on this. You know, the dolphin's a fun one. Do you know what the dolphin is?
No.
An echocardiogram.
Oh, nice. I like it. I like it.
And so.
Oh, Sam hated that. Anything with stickers was his enemy. And when they do the echo, they put 6.
You know, the white beads, and you remember how, I mean, it's almost, you can't count how many things these kids have been through. And like I said, this represents the first 6 years. And we.
Yeah. Well, and I think you guys, I feel like you guys went a lot further even than I've talked to a lot of parents about the Beads of Courage, and it feels really nice to have like a physical representation of what those kids go through, but only to an extent. And I've not talked to a family, I'm sure they're out there, but I've not talked to a family who didn't stop collecting those somewhere along the journey.
Yeah.
It's so much.
Yeah.
It's so much.
It almost is a representation of what you've been through that makes you sad, if that makes sense. Because once you actually see, you know.
That's, man, they weigh more than she does in that picture.
It's so stupid.
Like, you can't look at those. I know they're meant to celebrate the victories and stuff you go through, but they're for the hard stuff. You know, I think there's probably a remission bead too, but
we only have a couple of those, unfortunately.
I know. Well, brother, we've gone long. Now I'm not even walking, I'm just sitting. But you know, I think people like this little conversation. So I really appreciate you taking the time.
You bet.
And at this point, 25 days in, with 25 of these now in the books, I'm so low on content, we might do it again.
Hey, let's do it again. The 2 dads and 10 beers is always on the table.
I like it. Somewhere I've got like somebody got me like a 6-pack belt, so maybe I'll take the walk with my 6-pack belt.
Yeah.
We'll hit Facebook's content filter.
Oh, that's true. That's true. We can't do that. We don't want Mark Zuckerberg, kicking us off.
All right, guys. Hey, thank you everybody for watching. Jeff, thank you for your time.
You bet, bud.
We will. We'll see you tomorrow.